what's on his mind. You know this guy came prepared. This could honestly be about a few things. Let's find out. Not feeling the love for that superstar.
As you can tell, I'm not in a very good mood today because I have to work with somebody who just so happens to be the World Heavyweight Champion. But know this, I haven't forgotten what you've done, Quest. And there's only one other thing I remember too, and that's, well, the three other people who have, well, the other two people I should say, who've beaten either the former or current world champion in singles matches. So those three people came up to me today and requested to fight you one-on-one.
There you have it.
Well, I'm not opposed to giving them that match, but I'm not going to make you fight all three of them in a fatal four-way either. Instead, you'll fight every single last one of them one-on-one as in order. But first tonight, in the main event, Shinsuke, since he has a rematch clause, will fight you instead for the world title. And just know this, Quest, I do plan to make your life a living hell as long as I am running ROH as its ambassador. But enjoy the show, everybody. That's all I gotta say. And go get him, Shinsuke. Do it for me.
An angry reaction from an angry superstar.
Well, that didn't look pleasant, but welcome everybody to Ring of Honor. This is episode number 13. I am very excited to have you all along. We got Nick Silva, Nightwolf, and East Coast. Welcome, and again, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you've been having a good day. And yeah, today is episode 13. So as you heard from Baron Blade himself, Shinsuke Nakamura gets his rematch against Quest for the World Heavyweight Championship, and I guess also he mentioned two other people who have defeated the World Champion and the former World Champion in singles action, so they'll get an opportunity as well. And the two people that come to mind are Adam Alpha and Hades. So we'll see how that goes out. But guys, first off, start with the show. It should be interesting. Right now we got Mustafa Ali taking on the new television champion Tyler Flight. And hey, I got to tell you right now, Tyler Flight has so much potential. We have yet to see we're barely scratching the surface right now. But we'll find out soon enough. Welcome, Nightwolf, though, again. And did you make it to ROH? No, you did not, unfortunately. But you know, again, we got everything all situated and ready to go for you. Let's see. I had a little bit of trouble finding, what was it, Ray Detho? But I am going to try. I will do my search and I'll let you, I'll probably let you know by TakeOver if I have them. Because, you know, I think, honestly, I don't know what I got to do. But I'm going to make sure I end up getting that for you. Let me see what we got here. His is NGW. Alright, yeah, no, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Look at this, there he is, the TV champion! Tyler Flight. And I can't wait to see what he brings to the table as Oh, wait a second, guys, look at that. It's the new Daniel Ryan, and he's assaulting the newly crowned television champion. Remember, he's supposed to be scheduled to fight Mustafa Ali in singles action, but based off what's happening now, I don't think that's gonna take place. Did I see your message on PlayStation? I did not. But I'll probably check after this one's over. We do plan to do at least one more episode of Ring of Honor. But right now, Daniel Ryan, the former champion, the former first TV champion, is taking the brawl to Tyler. And like, this is not even a sanctioned match. This is not an official contest. Here comes Tyler Flight. He refuses to be beaten down to a pulp as Daniel gets the sneak attack behind him. And, you know, I got to agree with Tyler. You know, if you're going to fight somebody, do it one-on-one, straight up, face-to-face, not coming from behind and assaulting them as they're trying to get ready for a match. And look at Tyler, though. He's just bringing it to him. He doesn't even care. He's going to do what he's got to do. Daniel, oh, look at that. Tyler is the last one standing, as we need to get some officials down here to break this up, man. because I don't know if Tyler's, or not Tyler, but if Daniel's gonna try to get back into it, or if Tyler's even gonna finish it. Yeah, we gotta go commercial. We gotta go to commercial real quick. But let's see. As they get situated there, we got the debut of Magical Daniel taking on one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Victor, and we'll see if we can get this match to happen without any interruptions. Again, hopefully that does take place, but we'll see. But as far as the messages go, Ross, I did not see it yet. I will look at it after. I will see it eventually. So if it's a character change or an edit to your guy, I will definitely have it before the Rumble or Takeover, whatever it may be. But if it's something else unrelated, then I'll still end up looking at it probably after we're done with ROH and all that stuff. So there's that to look forward to. But right now, I could tell you that I'm a little bummed out we didn't get to see Mustafa Ali and Tyler Flight square up one-on-one, but I am excited for tonight later on as we get to see the World Heavyweight Champion Quest take on Shinsuke Nakamura for the title. And based off of what they had at Global Wars, it should be good again nonetheless. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, I'll get that for you, man. Shouldn't be a problem. You're pulling for Victor? Okay. I don't see why not, but I liked Connor and Victor in NXT. They're really good. And the one thing that bothered me was that people were talking about how similar they were to the Road Warriors, and I was like, okay, I don't see how that's relevant. Do you know how many people dress up and look similar to a lot of other guys? And then that is kind of what buried their careers, I guess, and it sucked. Like, why isn't anybody bashing on Dolph Ziggler for doing the whole not doing the whole Shawn? Well, I guess so. Dressing like Shawn Michaels now with the long pants because he used to wear trunks. Doing the super kick, having the long hair straightened out too, nonetheless now because he used to have it all curly. And nobody hates him for that. Dolph Ziggler was good, especially the Ascension. They're a really good tag team. But just because they had football paddings that was in their own look, but it looks similar to the Road Warriors, nobody pulled for them. And yeah, it sucked. I thought by now they've been on the main roster for quite some time. They would have been tag team champions by now. But it is what it is. I ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't gonna stress about it. It's said and done. It's over with, and there's nothing to do to change it. So it's all good. But yeah, that's why I like if you see their NXT matches, man, they are awesome. They are just stellar, very exciting, and they have some really good tag team matches, man. That's all I'm going to say. Look at that right there. They're champions today. To this date, they are champions.
And his opponent, accompanied by Connor, representing the Ascension from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 219 pounds, one half of the Reign World Champion, Victor.
So I guess their entrance is messed up. I didn't change it at all, so it must have been maybe 2K's error. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, because I don't remember ever breaking them up and reforming them, so I don't know. That's probably something I got to fix anyways. So as we get ready, guys, the first official match is now underway. Again, I would have loved to see Tyler Flight and Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali, his best match by far on Ring of Honor was against Shinsuke Nakamura in a non-title match. Matter of fact, he beat him in that contest to earn himself a world title opportunity, and he failed to capitalize to bring the title back home. But anyways, back to the main thing. He's had some really good matches, and Tyler Flight, again, we're just barely scratching the surface of what that kid can do. I'm waiting to see what he is as an individual. When he has his back against the corner, nowhere to go, trapped like a wild animal, what can he do? I want to see his full potential unleashed against whoever it may be. I thought it was going to happen against Daniel Ryan when he fought for the TV championship, but it didn't happen that well because Daniel was off his A game. He wasn't even nowhere near. It was like a C+ game at best, and Tyler was just average, maybe a slight above, just slightly above average, and we didn't get to see a lot of it to him. But I believe if Daniel was at least in his B League, Tyler could have done something spectacular that we would never forget, maybe. But again, I don't know. That's just a lot of hype around him. I didn't get to see any of it just yet. But you know what? The one thing is this: he's undefeated. He's proven so far he cannot be beaten, and he is the TV champion. So I can't really say I'm disappointed completely, because so far he's done whatever that is required. Not over the top, trying to put on the show and all this other stuff. He says, I'm trying to win matches. I'm trying to be a champion. Done and done. Now we're here, and it looks like him and Daniel are going to be going at it for quite a while. Who knows? Nice snap suplex. What up, TJ? How are you? My new attire for Lee is face paint. Oh, that sounds nice. Hopefully it looks as good as it sounds. It's only a second attire that will make occasional appearances. He still has the attire he's using. So the occasional appearances would be only for pay-per-views or big 5 pay-per-views, or what? I'm doing good, thank you, TJ. Alright, let's do it. What has been the best ROH match this year for 2K19? That's tough to say, but again, my favorite that I'd say my favorite would have to be Mustafa Ali and Shinsuke Nakamura. Back and forth, fast-paced, a lot of kickouts. It was like all that kind of stuff that I'm saying. That's what makes a match perfect enough for me. But oh yeah, plus there was some high flying, so that was exciting. But I don't know, to each their own, I guess. So for me, so far, that was the best one that I've seen. The second best would probably be Shinsuke and Quest. So obviously Shinsuke Nakamura is by far the best performer, because he puts on good matches with quite a bit of individuals. And when Quest took him on, you know, they were both at the top of their level. They were top of their game, and yeah, it was kind of like that, and I enjoyed it. So, I mean, again, that's just my preference. I'm pretty sure everybody else who's watched or kept up with some of the episodes have a different favorite match that they, enjoyed, and they can plead their case, and I may or may not agree with them. I don't know. It just really depends on what was their preference on why they felt that match was better, and what they enjoy as seen for, like, overall performances from certain wrestlers. Magical Daniel, oh, look at that right hand, making his debut at Ring of Honor. Him and Hades have won numerous tag team titles around the globe, and they may want to try to do it here at Ring of Honor. Scissors kick right in the back of the head, flips him over. Here's the cover, shoulders down. Is it going to be enough here? 1, 2, and Victor cannot kick out. Magical Daniel just knocked off one half of the World Tag Team Champions here in his debut. Wow, what a way to start things off! And I gotta say that if I'm Hades, I gotta be very happy about my brother winning here tonight. What match got you hyped the most at Fyter Fest? Mine was Jon Moxley versus Joey Janela. Okay, so I didn't get to watch the what was it called? The opener. What was the opener called? Damn, they don't call it the kickoff. They don't call it the pre-show. What do they call it? Oh man, they called it something else. I forgot what they called their pre-show. It's the buy-in. There you go. That the buy-in I didn't get to watch. I saw the ending, the final half of the last match of the buy-in. It was that I think it was that street fight with the kiddie pool. I thought that was pretty cool, man. I liked it. I enjoyed that contest for whatever amount of time I got to watch it with. I think I saw the final like 10, 11 minutes, because it said 10 minutes, or Matthews. I think no, not Matthews. The announcer that I like. He said 10 minutes have gone, 10 minutes have passed. So I watched a little bit more than that. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that part. And then there was a lot of the other. There was some matches I couldn't watch as well because I didn't have good. I didn't have good data because I was going out to eat and all that stuff. So I was having difficulty getting connection. But I did get to see Cody and Allin. That was a really great match, man. I liked it. The Fatal 4-Way between MJF, Jungle Boy, Havoc. I forgot his first name. Jesse? Is it Jesse Havoc? Jimmy Havoc, I believe. Jimmy Havoc. And one more. I forgot his name. But he was like that. That Fatal 4-Way. It sold me. So now I am a believer I am jumping on the bandwagon to AEW because, man, that right there, yeah, Jimmy Havoc, thank you, but I just forgot the fourth guy. Jungle Boy, MJF, Jimmy Havoc, and Adam Page, Hangman Page. Those 4 guys sold me on AEW. I am a believer. I am on the bandwagon. I am excited, and I most definitely, as soon as I figure out their TV schedule and when they're gonna, stream their I don't know if it's gonna be taped or live, but whenever they air their episodes of Thursday Night Dynamite, Tuesday Night Dynamite, whatever it is going to be called, as soon as I find out the TV schedule, what time they come on and all that stuff, I'm going to be ready to watch it. I will watch the opening episode, and I'm ready. That's all I'm going to say, man. I am ready to watch those individuals have at it. So it's set to be live. That's even better. But yeah, like I said, man, like those 4 guys sold me on AEW. And there were some other good matches too. Like I was impressed with. I forgot all the ladies. All I remember is Nyla Rose. She was amazing. And I'm not going to say what she's done because, Jerick, you're watching right now, unless you already watched the thing. But everybody else knows what I'm talking about. She's strong as hell. She's crazy athletic for a big girl. And I don't know. I just think that she's got potential. The other 2 that fought in the match, they have potential too. They were pretty well. They were just pretty great as well. And then, so far, I got to say that I didn't know Jungle Boy was that good. He's like right now my favorite non-WWE guy, unless he has been in there before, but I don't know. Yeah, that Fatal 4-Way, man, that sold me big time. Especially the things Jungle Boy did. Jimmy was cool. Adam, man, Adam Page. Nobody told me about Adam Page. Somebody could have said something a while back. Cause again, man, those 4 guys together, unbelievable. Again, and the ladies did good. Cody and Allin. Yo, Allin is something else. That's all I'm gonna say. He's something else. I don't remember that. I think I saw one other match with Hangman Page, and he was I think it was at All In. All In wasn't that good though because of the botches, so that's probably why I don't remember him. But whatever I don't remember him from, Adam Page at AEW, he redeemed himself and he helped everybody. He helped his case in making me a believer to the AEW. The 6-man tag with the Elite and the Lucha Brothers, Lario, that was also like, I enjoyed every single last bit of it, man. Seriously. I think if I don't know that many matches that. Oh yeah, Cody and Allin, those guys did great. Man, that was awesome. But yeah, again, man, I like the overall show was fantastic. I enjoyed it. That was the second time I watched a non-WWE event. Omega, Page, or Cody, who would you say is better? Well, I think here's the thing. I like Cody, I like Page. I'm not really a fan of Omega because here's the thing. Kenny isn't really the type of guy that I enjoy for wrestling, but it's because he doesn't, like, so far what I've seen, because I didn't see everything that he's done throughout his whole career, but what I've seen so far, he's kind of like bland, and he's like, he doesn't really talk that much, and when he does, it's kind of like a comedy routine, which I'm not a fan of, because I like to see like serious guys who are really good and act serious. But there's no doubt in my mind, out of those 3 guys, Kenny Omega is the best wrestler out of those 3. So, like, that's me being unbiased as possible. Like, my personal favorite of those 3 is Cody. I can't say Rhodes, I'll get censored. No, just kidding. But yeah, Cody Rhodes is obviously he's gonna be my personal favorite because I've seen him grow up from his early days as the son of a plumber, And Paige, he's making me, like I'm becoming a fan of Paige. I'm just say that. And Kenny, even though I don't really like the character of Omega that much, there's no doubt in my mind he's a great wrestler. He's the best wrestler outside of WWE. Like, out of all the wrestlers you can combine and put into a ring together, Kenny's the best one. Bottom line, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I can watch, I can watch a Kenny match. That's it. Kenny's on, I'm watching. I may not be a fan of like the character and the talking and all that stuff, but that guy is great. And I think MJF is amazing as well. I thought he was like the brother of Colt Cabana or something, but that dude, like, they'll probably have to fix how he talks a little bit, because I don't know if TNT is gonna, well, maybe, because if you watch the Inside the NBA show, they do let Shaq and Charles Barkley get away with saying like dumbass and like the female dog word. You know, they let them cuss occasionally, so maybe they'll let MJF do a certain amount of profanity, but if not, then I don't know, because maybe they'll be PG-13, maybe they'll be TV-14. I'm not really too sure yet how that's going to go. I don't know the whole ordeal behind the TNT contract with AEW and a kick out after one. Yeah, 23. I knew he was young. I didn't think he was 23 though. That guy has a lot of potential, indeed, most definitely. He calls himself the fastest rising star in pro wrestling today. He is sure as hell looking like it. So, yeah, I would definitely be excited to witness that. Well, if it's TV-14, then he can get away with all the stuff he said yesterday. Then yeah, no problem. I just thought that because it's a paper, when you do pay-per-views, you can say whatever you want. Nobody's gonna care because you bought it. It tells you right there. Boom. I think because this was free, they kind of did whatever they wanted to again, so they didn't really care. And I don't think TNT would care either. Nice kick out from Beck. So, but yeah, if it's TV-14, I would be excited to see how that goes. I think it's going to be just as good. But yeah, of course, Kenny's match with the Young Bucks, phenomenal, great. I don't hate Omega, just to be clear. I'm just not a fan of the character. That's it. But overall, I can watch a Kenny match. I love to watch his matches. He's exciting. He's talented. He's the best wrestler in the world outside of WWE. That's all I can say. Because I think Seth and Kenny are neck and neck. Like, that's just my personal opinion. Maybe it's not even that close, but again, that's just my opinion. Nice move from. There's a winner, Hannibal Snyder. Nice move with that clothesline. I forgot his name for a second. I can't believe that. Probably because I was stuck on this. Who do you think will be the first AEW World Champion? Adam Page or Chris? It needs to go to Adam Page. Because Chris Jericho, don't get me wrong, that guy, I like Chris Jericho. I like him. I would say I like him more than Chris. I like Chris Jericho more than Adam Page, but AEW cannot make the mistakes that Impact Wrestling and WWE have done in the past. You don't bring in former world champions from different companies or from the past, if you will, for some of them, and make them the face of your brand. Jericho can do it. I'm not hating on him, but if they make Chris Jericho champion, they're gonna make the same mistake Impact did by getting all the WWE guys and making them the face of Impact Wrestling. You saw what they did with guys like let's see, who was it? They did that with a lot of guys, man. Like I can say they made Booker T a champion there. They made Christian a champion there. They made Scott Steiner. Well, I don't think Scott was the world champion, but Scott Steiner was the tag champion. And let's see, what else did they have? Like I said, it can go on and on. But if they do that, it's gonna they're just gonna follow the footsteps of Impact. They'll have a good run for a while, but after that, boom, it's gonna die down. I say build on the future, build on the youngsters like Adam Page, Jungle Boy, MJF, Jimmy Havoc, that kid Ollie. I think Allie. Damn. yeah, whatever. You know what I'm talking. You know who I'm talking about. The guy Cody fought. Build on those guys, and it can go a long ways because those guys have a lot of untapped potential. They could do great, and have Jericho obviously mentor them, build them, and develop them alongside. It would be okay for Chris to be the world champion, in my opinion, down the line, but don't do it right now and make him the face, because it would probably not work out that well. Again, that's just my opinion, but I know like Jericho can do it, but at the same time I'm thinking, you know, build on the future for now and then take it from there. Yeah, Darby Allin. Allin is his name, but instead of an E, it's an I. There you go. Jerks just put it. I call him All In because of the pay-per-view. I was like, oh, Darby All In. And I think that's a good nickname. Don't you guys think? Darby All In Allin. That would be a pretty damn good name if I do say so myself, because it makes sense. Because of the first pay-per-view, AEW is going to be known for two things: AEW and All In. All In put it on the map. AEW became the brand, and now we're seeing all this other good stuff. You see Double or Nothing. You've seen All Out. Like, good shows, man. Really good shows. I regret not watching Double or Nothing. I hope I can find. I think I could probably find some highlights on YouTube somewhere. But yeah, and that's just, again, that's just awesome. I don't know if Jericho would be able to bring the list to I don't think he'll be able to bring the list to AEW, because you know how WWE is, man. They took Cody's last name and they made they didn't make a big deal. They just said, hey, we own that. And this whole you made the list thing, that is a character that we own. So Jericho, you can't use it. You have the name Chris Jericho, but you have to figure out what you are now. You ain't the guy who's making the list. You ain't the guy calling people stupid idiot. He could probably get away with making, you know, comments calling people like a stupid idiot. There's a lot of things Chris can do and get away with subliminally or vaguely, but I don't think everything. I don't believe he'll be able to bring in the list, because they even made the list a product of merchandise for WWE. So you know they had to have trademark the list as a logo. So if he writes the list a certain way, boom, he's already getting sued. If he has a clipboard, I don't know, he might get sued, unless it's like an old school clipboard from like when you go to grade school and you have the gym teacher wearing that, you know, like what's the name, the substitute teacher from Key and Peele, you know, he has a clipboard. If it's like that, he could probably get away with it, because it's not made of metal, it's actually made of wood. It's an original clipboard, as everybody used to use back in the days, and I think it'll be good enough for him to get away with. But I don't know, I don't understand or study the rules of trademarks to the wrestling business, because a lot of things can be trademarked and copyrighted. So yeah. What up, Charles? Alright, and I read earlier as I was talking that Jerks is gonna upload an updated version of you soon, so that'll be cool. Darby Allin see, I'm messing up. Is like 22, 23. You said MJF is around the same, or 23 as well, and then Jungle Boys are on the same group. Yeah, like I said, man, those guys have a lot of potential. Those guys are the future. They could be big faces in AEW. I'm not saying like, oh, you know, he's a good guy. I think no, they could be a big face, as in like they could be a big draw. I think like so far, just because like I know AEW is not gonna wanna be the same thing like WWE is, but based off of like Allin, MJF, and Jungle Boy, like MJF has the physique, the charisma. He's got all that, right? You look at MJF, you look at a guy who can bring in a crowd and all that stuff. Kind of like how WWE had their John Cena, and they had their The Rock and Austin and Hogan. Like they looked a certain way, and they build around them. I think that's probably not what's gonna happen. Hopefully that's not what's gonna happen, but it could happen to start things off with MJF. or somewhere down the line, and I don't know. We'll see what happens, because I think AEW is not going to discriminate on like, oh, you got to look a certain way to be world champion, or you got to look a certain way to be the face of this. I think they're going to, you know, make the fan favorites. They're going to make the guys who can actually wrestle to be on top when the time is necessary. When they get hot, they're going to win the damn thing. Unlike WWE, you know, they get hot and then they lose to Mr. Super Cena. Doesn't work out. Honestly, I didn't get to hear his song. Yeah. Oh, look at that cutter from AJ Smith. I didn't get anybody come in here telling me that, Charles. Yeah, that was crazy. Demon Joker 1-2. AJ Smith with the win over Zack CC.
And this one's history. What a win.
And a good win by that nonetheless. And I didn't know Ty Dillinger was in AEW, so when I saw him I was like, it's Ty Dillinger! They said Sean Spears. I'm like, oh. Sean Spears. Well, he didn't say anything about it. He just said his name. She might be free right now. I'm gonna take. All right, for sure. Congratulations to AJ. Yeah, or lose to Shane. Like, oh yeah, Drew McIntyre, he's hot right now. Let's bring back Roman Reigns and beat him. Like, you know, they could have had Roman Reigns beat somebody else. They didn't have to beat McIntyre. You didn't have to have The Miz lose to Shane. Like, really? And then you had Roman lose to Shane, but have him beat Drew again. Like, wow. Well, it's a good thing the Undertaker said, I want to fight Drew McIntyre. Let me help out with that. Let me try to get him back up. And that's gonna, if McIntyre beats Undertaker, that's gonna help him out a lot. So search it. Alright, I'll try to when I can. But guys, it's main event time for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura takes on Quest. Match Claw is going to take place right here and right now. Can't wait to see how it happens. Yeah, I guess so.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Apologies.
And is for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship.
I think they're already getting ready for the next. Oh, you know what, guys? One more thing. I know everybody's talking about the wrestling and all that stuff, but one thing very underrated that maybe some of you will not remember or listen to, but Jim Ross is still a really great commentator. I was surprised at what he can do when WWE's not in his ear saying, oh, you know, don't say this, don't mention that, da 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 da. You let Jim Ross be Jim Ross. He's still a great commentator. He's the best commentator I've listened to in quite some time. That includes the WWE's, that includes the NFL's, that includes the MLB's. You know, you mention any of the top tier sports broadcasters on the planet. JR did a great job at AEW. Because you may know with me, I want to be a pro commentator one day as well, and I don't think I'm going to be as great as Jim Ross. That is going to be hella hard to do, but like, if I can get anywhere near as close, that would be awesome. Because again, that guy was just on fire. He did really, he had a couple of slip-ups here and there, like maybe 3 times at the most, but man, overall, Jim Ross was amazing. I didn't think he can commentate like that before, because the last time I seen him commentate WrestleMania, or heard him commentate WrestleMania, Undertaker vs. Roman Reigns, and it wasn't even good. I was so upset. I was like, man, Jim, you gotta retire, man, because I don't know what the hell happened to you. I remember listening to your ass on Monday Night Raw and WrestleManias and all this stuff with Jerry Lawler, and I don't know what happened to you, but AEW let him be him, and my God, he was outstanding. Lawler would probably be good too. Him and here's the thing: the AEW announcers, commentators are great as a trio. Could Lawler do good? I think he could as well, but I don't know. We'll see, because his. What up, Anna? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you enjoy it, because now it's time for the main event for the world title.
Everybody happy
Golden Boy's the one with the beard, right? Not the one with the mask. I thought he did pretty okay. You know, he wasn't bad. He did pretty good. Yeah, I like, obviously Jim Ross did the best, but I noticed too when JR had a couple of slip-ups, Golden Boy and the masked commentator, they bailed him out, and that's what I appreciate. And that's the best thing to kind of look at as the art form of commentary. And so, that's why I think all three of those guys are going to do really great together. And I think Jerry Lawler could do good as a commentator as well, but I don't think it's necessary right now because they already got three guys. They only got one show. It's probably going to just be one show for now. But if you tag team the commentators, switch them out every other match or every other two matches or whatever, it'll be good because they could take breaks. When you commentate for hours on end, it gets very exhausting. Excalibur, thank you. Excalibur was he was good. Golden Boy was good. Jim Ross was great. But as an overall team, I give them an A. Seriously, they were awesome. They were on the same page, and I don't think they had a couple of things they had to go through with the scripts, like any other company. But when they call a match, nobody's in their ear telling them what to say, what to not say, and this and that. Seriously, it was the best commentary I heard in quite some time. It was just a beautiful thing to see, and I appreciate that because again, I want to be a pro commentator one day. I don't know where I would be, what stage I'll get to. I don't think I would want to do pro wrestling though, because I don't think I would be able to be away from my family for so many days out of the year. Like what was it? WWE does 300 days out of the year. AEW is going to probably be closer on that range. Maybe not as many or more, but probably closer on that range. And so I'll probably end up being hoping to try to get to the American sports, maybe even the international one, soccer or football, if you will. Maybe. I'm not good at soccer, though. I got to learn the sport before I even get to that. But yeah. Other than that, again, those guys were awesome. The best commentary I usually heard was Lawler and Ross. And if it wasn't them, it was back in the WCW days, the Brain and the guy who was on Impact. He worked with the Brain Heenan for a while. Those guys, if you know who I'm talking about, yeah. Oh, and Taz. Taz was really good too. Those guys that I brought up, those five guys are awesome. Absolutely awesome. There's some guys in baseball too, but I don't think a lot of you would know them, so I won't even bring them up. But yeah. When is the Royal Rumble match? Probably in a couple of days, because we're doing ROH episodes now, and today probably do one or two more. We'll see what happens. And then after that, we got TakeOver Philadelphia, and once we're done with Philadelphia, it's Royal Rumble time. Kickoff plus the main show itself. So Charles uploaded my character. What brand would I be on? Well, Anna, I'm glad that you would like to join the universe, and there's two options since you've never been here before. The two options would be this right here, which would be Ring of Honor, or you would go to NXT. And either way, both companies are awesome. But if you go if you go with ROH, you'll be here for a while, and then one day you can, if you're one of the best ones and you decide to leave and go to WWE, then you can end up skipping NXT and going to Raw or SmackDown. But if you're not, then let's say if you're average and then you want to go to WWE, then you probably have to go to NXT first and then work your way up to being on the main roster. Oh, look at that running knee in the back. I think you'll like that, Jarrett. It's a pretty good long match. I enjoyed it. And Shinsuke Nakamura just taunting away. What do we got here? As the King of Strong Style, Gus the King of Blackheart, slams him back towards the center of the ring. NXT, okay, no problem. Well, I know Charles said he'll probably have to upload the character and I'll download it when I can. And Nakamura, he's got the champion in position here out the reverse exploder the exploder suplex. Here's the cover, looking to capture his second World Heavyweight Championship too, and a near fall. Nakamura can't believe it. I can. That guy is resilient. He is the world champion for a reason. Oh, look at this! Kinshasa! That could be it here. No. Another kick out. Just got the shoulder up. And now here comes Quest dumping him towards the turnbuckle. So I'm a little off right now because I wasn't focused on, calling matches stuff the whole time. You already had him. Okay, here's one of two things, JT. I did not get the new AJ. I'll try to get him after this, or maybe after the next episode. And you did have a match. Oh, nice kick out.
WWE's resident rock star pops the shoulder up there. He's going for it all.
And look at Quest, high risk. Looking to make this one pay off here. And oh wow, he got him. He hurt himself in the process, but he's got to cover him. Is he going to do it? Oh, no, he's not. He's picking him back up on his feet. Irish whip. Bottom left. Oh, and a spear on the back. There we go. He hooks the leg. Referee comes down to make the count. And you already had a match. This is the last one for this episode. 14 will come up after this is done. Dumps to the corner. And oh, look at that. Another spear right in the back area. And now Quest is like, okay, I got you where I want you. I'm looking to show everybody why I am the World Heavyweight Champion of Ring of Honor. I worked my ass off to be in this position. And Shinsuke's not going to like the view if he gets back up on his feet, which he does. Up on his shoulders. Here we go. Go to sleep, GTS. He's got him. Still champion. It's not over yet. And now Quest shows off frustration that this match should be done with. Oh man, but he's down on one knee. Oh, looks like, never mind, I guess he's fine. Did you win? Well, if you want to know the result, then yeah, you did win your match earlier. I think it was just the last match that happened. If you want to watch it, you can go back like 12 minutes. Oh, and nice. He said, you know what, if I can't hit you the first time, I got you the second time. Caught him on the back heel on the neck area. So Shinsuke said, I hit you with my best shot, didn't work. Quest said, I hit you with my best shot, didn't work. May the better man win. You know, if Shinsuke wins, I think a best of 3 falls is in order to see who takes home everything. Oh, and there's a knee right in the chin, but if Quest wins, obviously this is over. And you know, the other guys are in order for a match. Oh, look at this. What the hell's Quest doing here? Oh, Hurricane Rana! That may be the highlight of the night right there, guys. Did you see the way he kicked him out the ring? He got the charge up and hit the hurt. It was wonderful. Well, I'm gonna head off for a little, but my character should be alright for sure. Anna, you have a great one, and hopefully the next time you come back, you know, you'll have a match or something. And look at that, multiple heavy rights onto the champion. And now Shinsuke, oh man, he quickly pins him. He wants to end this match here. He wants to win his title back. Not gonna happen. Alright, for sure. I'll probably end up doing it after we're done with Ring of Honor. Up onto his shoulders, fireman's carry, and down he goes, Samoan driver. No pinfall attempt to happen just yet. Shinsuke, what the? Okay, Shinsuke, you are not serious. You are not gonna reach him from that far. You are insane. That's impossible. He's going to take a shot. Oh, and he missed a missile drop kick up the second turn. I guess that'll be a rocket drop kick. And Quest looking to put him away up on his shoulders. He's got him in position. Trying to get him center of the ring. Go to sleep. Dead GTS the second time to retain. Is it over here? Yes, it is. Still champion. The King of Black Hearts retains. And he puts everybody on notice. He is here to stay as your world's heavyweight champion. Just like that. And man, I didn't think it would get any closer than that. Best shot after best shot. It took not one but two GTS go to sleeps in order to put this contest away. And look at that right there, targeting the left knee. of the current champion. It didn't really work out too well because he didn't continue to assault the leg area. He kept going after the head. He says, you kill the head, the body will die, but not tonight. It did not go out as planned. Plus, he made a big aerial error trying to hit a drop kick from the second rope, which didn't work out.
Here in one-on-one action. And talk about getting the new year off on the right foot.
Yeah, I think they had it for 18, but they didn't make it on Universe. But I don't know. And there you go, guys. The celebration begins as Quest proves to everybody, especially Baron wow, I can't believe I almost said that. Baron Blade wrong. So I'm only used to one Baron in TV, but yeah. Anyways, Baron Blade cannot be too happy about this. And I don't know what to tell him, man. He's going to have to deal with it. Congratulations on the successful title defense. And guys, we'll be trying to set up episode 14 shortly, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, you all have a great one. But for now, cut, and that's a wrap.